Hi, thanks for watching. This is Make Jean Up here for Style Hop blog. So, Style Hoppers, if you're interested in doing a neutral face and a red lip look as inspired by the Spring 2011 runways, I hope you'll keep watching. Okay, so first things first, you want to make sure that your skin is well prepped. Um, so the look is not completely flawless, definitely more of a natural skin look. And I used L'Oreal True Match, the liquid version, and the color that I'm using is W3. Now, this comes in a wide array of shades, so it's great for a lot of different skin tones. It works well with, from a normal skin, normal to dry to normal to oily skin, and I just dabbed it on with my fingers. And then I followed up with the True Match concealer. This is actually probably one of the best concealers that I have found, both high end and low end. And the color that I'm using is this one called W123. The concealers, you can use sort of the same concealer color for a wider variety of range foundation colors. So I have that on. Now, since we're going to focus on the lips, I'm going to keep the eyes fairly neutral. And here I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Trio. Get a little closer here. This color is called Walking on Eggshells, and it's just a nice set of neutrals. So I'm going to start by taking a brush that looks like this, and I'm going to actually use the same brush for the entire look. So, here they've kind of already delineated, brow bone, crease, and eyelid. So we're going to just follow that same methodology. But, the look is just very, very natural. So we're going to take the eyelid color, which is a champagne color, a nudie champagne color, and we're just going to put it all over the eyelid. So it has quite a bit of shimmer, not so much that it looks tacky or, over the top, but you can see it does have a little bit of shimmer fleck in it. So we're going to do the other eye too. And this texture is very, very powdery, very kind of almost a creamy powder. So it really picks up well onto the brush. So you want to make sure you use a larger brush, because otherwise you're going to pick up too much pigment. Okay, so we have the base color, and now I'm just going to take the edge of the brush. I'm going to dip it into the crease color, like so. Just take the edge of the brush. And we still have a little bit of the lid color on, and that's fine. Because we really want so you're just going to bring this into the crease like this, sort of a windshield wiper motion. And, it's okay that you still have a little bit of the lid color on the brush, because we really actually want the colors to be really unified. And that actually helps it sometimes to blend in together. So just going to do the other eye again, just this windshield wiper motion, back and forth, back and forth. And just really get it into the crease. Okay, and now I'm going to take this brow bone color, the lightest color, just going to dab a little bit on the brow bone using the side of the brush, just very gently touching it to the eye. And again, don't want to pick up too much color because it's going to look too too frosty. So you're just gonna tap it on. And I really like these Wet n Wild shadows because you can get this whole set of shadows for like about $3. So that works out to $1 a shadow. And they're very pigmented and they have a wide range of colors. Okay. So here we have the finished eye look. Just going to add a little bit of mascara, and I am using Maybelline The Falsies. This one's kind of neat. This is one of the newer iterations of the Maybelline Volum'Express. So it has a nice kind of curved brush, and they actually call it, I guess, the spoon brush because it sort of is wide and it's curved, so it sort of scoops up your eyelashes and really is able to get to the last lash. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the top lashes because the focus really is not on the eyes, it's going to be on the lips. But we just want to make sure that the eye area looks very, very polished, and there is a little bit of definition there, and we're going to achieve that by using some mascara. So that's that eye. Now I'm going to do the other eye. Okay. Now for the cheeks, we want to keep it fairly neutral, and again, the look of the skin is very natural and sort of dewy. I'm using a product by a brand called Jelly Pong Pong, and this is a cheek stain. You can actually find, I want to say that e.l.f. and a couple of the other sort of bargain brands do make cheek stains like this now. And this color that I'm using is, I don't remember what color it's called, but it's a peachy, it's like a peachy color. So I'm just going to swipe a little bit here on my hand so you can see what color I'm using. So as you can see, it's very, very neutral. And the finish, you can barely see it, but the finish is kind of just a shimmer, not shimmer, but it gives more of a dewy glow to the skin than a powder or even a cream blush would. So I'm just going to swipe a little bit here, just right along the cheekbones, and it's a neutrally peach color, and it's still, it adds a little color to the face, but it still allows your skin to show through, which is what I love about these cheek stain things. I think Tarte makes a few good ones, and there's a few other brands that I can definitely list here for you. Okay, now the focus is on the lips. The tricky part about red lipstick is, at least for me, really just getting it to stay throughout the day. So what I'm going to do first, make sure that your lips are exfoliated, because you don't want to have, any dead skin hanging off your lips or any sort of like cracks in your lips. So the best thing actually to do is to put on some Vaseline, let it sit in for maybe 20 minutes or so, wipe it off, and then take a paper towel and just kind of gently exfoliate your lip a little bit to get off that excess dead skin. And I think that's the quickest and most painless way to do it, because the lips are very delicate. You want to make sure that you don't injure your lips or hurt yourself. So I'm going to fill in my lips with this L'Oreal Colour Riche lip liner, and the color that I'm using is Always Red, and this works pretty well for as a base for most red lipsticks. So let me get closer, and I'm just going to fill in. I'm going to line and then fill in, and this liner is very creamy, so it adheres well. Okay, so this is the base for the red lips, and the texture of the liner is a little bit more dense and less shiny, so it really helps the lipstick to kind of grasp. So now I'm going to use, again from L'Oreal, the Colour Riche lipstick and number 310 Drumbeat Red, and this is sort of a cool toned red color, which we saw a lot of in the runways. And I'm going to apply first with a lip brush. So you want a lip brush that kind of looks like this, sort of small and tapered. So like this. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this on. Okay, so that was with the lip brush. So now I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm just going to blot. I'm going to add a second coat, just using directly from the bullet. So sometimes you'll notice with red lipstick that, or even darker shades of lipstick, brighter shades of lipstick, that it will go onto your teeth. So the best way to prevent that from happening is after you apply, just stick your finger in your mouth like this, and what it does is it removes sort of the color on the inner part of your lip, the color that would have spread to your teeth and gotten onto your teeth. And the other thing with red lipstick, sometimes you can tell that the edge is not absolutely perfect. So what you can do is you can take a little bit of concealer or a little bit of foundation and kind of just clean up the edge. So I'm going to use like a little sponge tip brush here, and then again this L'Oreal True Match concealer, and I'm going to just apply a little bit here to the edge. And I'm going to clean up the edges here. And then what you can also do is just take the excess on the lip brush and use the side of the lip brush and clean up the edges that way as well. So that is your red lip look, and now you are ready to go.